What's going on, guys? TKD 1, 2, 3 video, and today we're back here with another Sunday review. Of course, new setup, this little tidbit, my new apartment and everything. I will be showing a full-on tour and everything in a few days time, but for right now we're going to review the album of the week, which was Perfect Timing by NAV and Metro Boomin. Now let's start with some logistics of the album. This is 15 songs and 55 minutes long, so a pretty nice size album, you know, not too long, not too short, pretty nice in that kind of sweet range with just about an hour and around 15 tracks, so you're kind of getting a little bit of a shorter term tracks on some of these, but overall it's a pretty good length. And speaking of features, we have the usual suspects here for an album like this, of the genre and everything. We have Lil Uzi Vert, we have Offset, we have 21 Savage, we got Playboy Cardi, we got Belly, and Gucci Mane as well. So a pretty, you know, nice type of range of artists that are pretty much in the same type of genre, you know, that Metro Boomin and Nav are in. That they, like, most def that more trap sounds. Definitely those are the usual suspects here on this album. And the artwork is also pretty cool as well. It has kind of like a little bit more of like a retro feel to it in a way, you know what I'm saying? It feels a little bit more of like that old kind of 80s, 90s stuff. I feel more 80s-esque, you know what I'm saying? Definitely really cool with the neon lights and everything. Definitely a cool vibe to the album overall. Now let's talk about, you know, Nav, right? So Nav here is kind of the main vocalist, you know, in this whole entire album and everything, and then Metro Boomin obviously is doing the production, doing some of the instrumentals and everything, so like that, definitely, you know, like doing a lot of the beats, whatever. And so that's kind of mainly his role and everything, but mainly in terms of Nav, right? Now we all know that, you know, I reviewed Nav's debut project a few months ago, right? It was his debut one, it was self-titled, and I was not a fan of it that much. I'm saying, like, it was very repetitive. It felt super boring. It felt like he just sounded the same here, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was always talking about the same subjects over and over again, like every single song in this whole entire self-project. And so I was just kind of always had a negative feeling towards Nav, and that's why I even put out this review, because I'm like, damn, like, I kind of don't really want to review a Nav album right now. Like, I don't really, you know, feel enticed or feel, you know, excited to go and review something by Nav just because of that self-titled. Now obviously, is that unfair? A little bit, you know what I'm saying? But overall, you know, it's just, I didn't really enjoy Nav's self-titled, you know, album that much, so why would I be excited to go and review this Nav and Metro Boomin collab? But because Metro Boomin's on there, of course, I'm a fan of Metro Boomin. You know, he just started this new label, Boominati and everything, and overall, he's making a lot of moves, and overall, he has proven himself as a great producer and everything like that. So definitely, you know, I was a little bit more excited for Metro Boomin's side of things, and not so much of Nav. And so me going in this, I was, you know, like, okay, maybe if Nav has the same issues here with his self-titled album, hopefully Metro Boomin can save the day here. Hopefully Metro Boomin can bring a little bit of fresh sounds to this whole thing and give a little bit of a nice, you know, overall kind of clean slate for Nav. And that is kind of what we got here. Now overall, let's just talk about the good of this album. This album overall sounds really good. It's a nice, obviously, party, you know, frat boy type of, you know, trap album that you will definitely be bumping and definitely be hearing around a lot of parties and everything. Overall, it's a great, you know, just album for that reason, right? Album for parties, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, because we got Metro Boomin here, of course, it's going to be lit. And of course, we have the features here that really carry that same, you know, type of story, and that where, you know, this album will definitely shine in with, like, Lil Uzi Vert, 21 Savage in here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have those features that definitely do bend to that type of demographic where a lot of people are going to enjoy it at the party scene and everything like that, and definitely at clubs. So definitely do feel like that is where this is definitely going to shine in, right? But with Nav, we have the same issues that we had with his self-titled. Now, not completely, right? I would say it's a little bit more toned down, right? It's a little bit more, you know, of a little bit more different topics, obviously, and it is not the exact same issues, right? But with Nav, he just continues this whole thing where he sounds and portrays his lines the exact same way, and I just find it boring. I find it repetitive. Like, it's always something, and I'm leaning, like, it's that at the end. It's with every single line, almost, pretty much. Like, like I don't even know why, like, he does this, but it is literally every single line, pretty much. It just feels like every single line. He always has that same type of sound to every single line he gets, and it's the same pace, the same tempo, and it's just like, dog, like, try something, man. Like, mix it up, bro. Like, I understand, like, you know, if you found a nice sound, and that's great, and I'm sure that's your bread and butter, but if you're a one-trick pony, then you're a one-trick pony, dog. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but, like, I don't like, at least for me, I do not vibe with you repeating the same, you know, obviously there are different lines, of course, but the way it's portrayed, the way it's given, the way, you know, it sounds, it's the exact same way as your self-titled album. And that's exactly one of the criticisms that I gave you, you know, for NAV, right? And it continues here. It is prominent here, obviously, and it is something that I find a lot of people are gonna have a hard time overlooking. And really, you know, really like thinking about it in hindsight, I bumped this album a lot this week because I was moving and everything. I had plenty of time to bump this album, right? I was putting stuff away or whatever, putting, you know, hanging up paintings and stuff like that. I was setting up this heads, you know, like having the setup set up. I would definitely had a lot of time to listen to this album. I was bumping it, you know, consistently throughout the week. But, you know, it's this album is saved by Metro Boomin and the features, and NAV really does bring this album down, and it sucks. It really does suck because, you know, I wish that, you know, this was getting a little more buzz, a little more talk, and it has been getting a little more buzz. Like, a lot of people were liking it, but, you know, those same people that were with me on the NAV self-titled album, on, you know, my kind of thoughts and opinions on that album, kind of had the same criticisms with this one as well. And so that's what kind of was like, oh man, like I'm kind of scared to review this now. I reviewed it, and it turned out to be true, right? And so I don't want to be all negative here in this album. Of course, there are things to enjoy. Of course, Playboy Cardi and Offset do great on their tracks and everything. Belly does great. You know, Gucci Mane, surprisingly, has been doing super. Gucci Mane has been surprising me a lot because look, before, you know, he got locked up, right? I thought he was kind of a joke, right? But when he got out of prison and everything, and like when he got out of his jail time, when he's out right now free on the streets, like he has been dropping some fire, bro. Like some super good stuff. So definitely Gucci Mane is definitely one of the highlights here as well. And you know, overall, there are tracks here to like. There are tracks here to enjoy. There are plenty of tracks here that you will find great overall. But it's just, you know, it just sucks that, you know, this was a collab album with NAV. I wish it was a collab album with someone else. I don't know, like somebody else, you know, that this is just, man, like it's sad, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like if I'm being super negative here, you know, I don't mean to be. This album, for what it does great, right? Like for what, you know, you have with Metro Boomin, what he's done in this project with all of his sick beats that are super dope. I love the beats overall. They're great instrumentals, they're great sounding songs and everything, you know what I'm saying? And the features are great, obviously, like I said before. And the overall, you know, type of, you know, consistent feel to this album definitely is upbeat, definitely do enjoy overall. But it's just NAV brings it down so much, and it's just like, ugh, like man, like if this had, I don't know, like give me someone else, you know what I'm saying? Like give me someone that, you know, is experienced. And of course, you know, of course maybe this is a way for NAV to get more on the map, obviously, because this will definitely propel him on the map and definitely give him, you know, some more opportunities and everything overall, you know what I'm saying? Obviously he signed to EXO, so he already has that locked in and everything, but I just wish that NAV didn't sound the exact same way he did on his self-titled album, and that's really what breaks it down for me here on this Perfect Timing album and everything. Overall, I do recommend to listen. I do recommend you guys listen to it. I believe right now it's on Spotify, Apple Music, all the good stuff, so you can stream it right now if you're aware of it and everything. So definitely do recommend that. But you know, that was my thoughts and review on Perfect Timing. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share down below. I appreciate it. Give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.